Are you an artist or a creator who wants to deepen more into presence so you can create work from this place of presence? If so, this next little video is for you. This morning I did a deep dive social meditation practice into the object this, a very amorphous and ambiguous word, but ultimately the impact of it was to create and cultivate this wonderful presence right now, in the moment, this, just literally in this moment, and then this moment, and then this moment. The way we did it was we used a practice called May It Arise, which we did for 15 minutes, where we said, may this arise, repeatedly in a group. Then afterwards we did a follow-up practice called Zen noting, as this, where we went, as this, there is, and then we filled in the gap with what was there in our experience. So it could have been presence, it could have been emotion, it could have been aching back, it could have been breathing. We did that for 20 minutes. So 35 minutes of meditation on the object this. And here is my debrief following this experience. This is about a 10-minute video piece of me expressing how this came through. So enjoy, and I'd love to know what you think. Please comment your thoughts and feel free to DM me if you would like to engage in this kind of practice with me. All right, thank you, enjoy. May this arise. That was a very pleasant practice. The simplicity of this as our object drew me into very much a connection with the other members, with Aviva and Drake. In fact, a number of times it was like, sort of like a there is would go through my head, and it would be like, well, there is Aviva and Drake. I felt very, yeah, just kind of quite normal in myself. Kind of a relaxed presence without too much energy or too much sort of like trying to get anywhere. Using this as the object there was a lot of acceptance, just accepting, being. Yeah, so just a really very calm, relaxed, present being, this. Extremely simple. And without too much striving either as well. There was like, there was no kind of dissatisfaction or wanting to find a state or wondering if I would find a state, because this was just really such a simple, key place to be. Or not necessarily key, but it's just such a simple, authentic place to be, this. And also like the group dynamic was very strong and present, sort of like the this of the dynamic that Aviva, Drake and myself hold in practice together was interesting. And I almost felt like I was receiving deeper insights into Drake and Aviva as part of the thisness of us, whatever that means. Yeah, I guess I was just considering both Drake and Aviva and really feeling like I kind of understood them more by just being purely in this sort of like authentic state of presence together, you know, without having a more specific object that we were going into. The absence of a specific object brought us closer together in this, which is our relational dynamic and our authentic natural being, which was lovely. So thank you. Zen noting this, or as this. there's such a deeply peaceful, open, clear, and like non-identified, unconditional peace, acceptance and love. Throughout that practice there were moments when I was just so very like present with the exact specific aspects of my experience here, like just feeling my body or going into thoughts or witnessing Aviva and Drake, or this neighbour's dog was coming and playing with me. And at the same time there was a complete like detachment from our identity and an okayness about that, like okay to like just not have a clue who or what I was or what anything meant, just being with these experiences without any kind of meaning to them. Like, in a way it sounds funny saying that, because obviously being with and connecting on a meditation like this with Drake and Aviva is extremely meaningful, but I think the angle that it's coming from is that like that is just this, and those connections are always there anyway, regardless of whether we like get to know that these two people exist in the world and then do connection and dropping in with them. It's just this, it just is this, and so actually that makes kind of like the amazing journey of like connecting and practicing together that we have done quite unremarkable, because it was just always there anyway. Somehow the experience of being in different countries and different communities, different bodies separated physically, has created some kind of distinction that connection isn't this, and yet it is always. Interesting. Just came out thinking aloud. So yeah, just this like relaxed, present acceptance and the relief that comes with that, and the openness that comes with that. Just being myself, but then that isn't really even a self, just being. And there were moments of like uncertainty, kind of like feeling lost in this non-identification, I guess, and at the same time also like kind of exhilarating freedom being in that. So, and at the same time it doesn't matter if I'm in that or not, because it's just this. So, you know, like no real need to do anything or think or be anything, just this. Quite delightful in that way. Yeah, just a really wonderful way to sort of like check out of the to-do lists, of the urgencies, of the expectations of this identity that I've constructed around myself, which at times feels constricting, feels complicated, tangled, and to just be without all of that somehow. That's interesting, because being with and accepting all of that would have maybe thought like it would have been part of this. However, that all just fell away when I was really this super cryptic debrief. So yeah, thank you.